Welcome back to DBP Reloaded. We here. Told y'all we was gonna be on this AEW Fight Forever. You know what I'm saying? So this is on Nintendo Switch. Quite sure you can tell by looking at it. Even though the game don't look bad, but you know how some people is, oh my god, it don't look that good. I don't mind it. It looks okay to me. So I'm gonna got a couple like Beat the Elite. I think that's a new mode, man. Cause when I first got this, it didn't have all this. But you got tournament mode, right? Beat the Elite, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-way, 4-way, casino, battle royale. Explode barbed wire deathmatch, ladder match, mini games, training. You got your online, which I don't really deal with. Custom wrestler, team arena. You can create arena, tag team. You know what I'm saying? Road to Elite. That's the story mode, which I beat already. I'm running through it again, but what we're gonna do in this video, I'm gonna just do some matches. I don't really feel the need to go through all that. So challenges, you know, you got your little challenges and then you get shop. Even though I bought the all seasons pass, so because I didn't buy any of the DLC, so I just said skip it. I just grab the whole joint for 40 bones. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, I deal with that. So what we gonna do? Let's beat the Elite. What is this? Because I haven't started that. All right, we can do Beat the Elite. Let's do Beat the Elite real quick. This is very similar. If you look at this, if you remember WCW and W Revenge, it's very similar to that 10 opponents, and you just have some matches. I think this is pretty solid to have as far as single player. Because I know the complaint about this game was bare bones on the modes in a sense, and I do agree a little bit, even though it's not the most bare bones game I played when I first got it. Road to Elite is okay. It's not all that. This is not all that. You know what I'm saying? But you could play it a few times and unlock different things. I still wasn't able to unlock the Big Show. I lost to him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I forgot how I was even able to wrestle him. So then you could play this a couple times. I wish they would have added a different story. I wish it was more so like universe mode in WWE. I do wish it was that, but hey, whatever. You know what I mean? But you got a nice amount of matches. You know, this Beat the Elite. This is a tournament. Oh, you can create your own tournament. See, I think there's some added stuff, you know what I mean? But I'm not about to do that right now. So tournament mode, you got your create tournament mode and all that. Let me just look at it real quick. Oh, so you can just you create the name, one-on-one. All right. So, I mean, you got that there. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna do Beat the Elite. I may not do all 10, you know that. Let's do normal. I don't want to do easy. Easy is too easy. Do normal. This is very similar to, I mean, it's not like, I'm gonna say this, it's not exactly like, can I use my custom guide? Yes, sir. It's not exactly like No Mercy, like they was trying to say that it would be, but it's familiar. And when you play it, it's familiar. It's familiar to No Mercy. It's not though. You know what I mean? So, you only get 2 retries. Okay, is that a girl? I'm facing a girl. That's crazy, intergender. And I got it on streamer mode, so it don't play any of the music that's not supposed to play. Anything like that. I wish other games had this option, so they want you to stream this game and stuff like that, which I think is dope. So I don't know what music is gonna be played and not be played, but I just play whatever music I use for the channel in the background for this, obviously. So. Lost 3 times, you know what I mean? Yeah, one of them's obviously to the Big Show. All right, let's get it popping. I said this wrestling game to me, I didn't go in it. See, this the thing, right? I know when they was talking about this game, when I seen it, I already knew what to expect from it. Honestly, when I was seeing the trailers and stuff. So I didn't expect nothing crazy from this. I really didn't. I'm being honest. I didn't expect it to be no WWE 2K. I enjoy it. I definitely didn't expect No Mercy. I definitely didn't expect that. Like people was trying to make it like, oh, this go. Nah, I didn't expect nothing to be like No Mercy. That's a tough task. They do have a wrestling game that's coming out that's based off that engine, but I'm still suspect about that. You know what I'm saying? Because just because it's on the engine, that don't mean it's gonna be cold like that. And I ain't. It's called. I forgot what it's called. Why is this girl beating me? This is crazy. She's doing what my man's be doing. Is this a real person? That's what I want to know. Like, mind you, I'm not familiar with the AEW roster. I just like wrestling, so you know that's really what this is. I enjoy wrestling, so if I get my hands on a wrestling game, I'm gonna do that. Mm. Come on, let's check. Let's get your act right, dog. Come on, get your act right. Mm. Man, I said this is like the controls. If you pick this up, the controls is definitely mapped like I don't know why I did that, but the controls is definitely mapped to like No Mercy and Revenge and WrestleMania 2000. It is. It's mapped that way in to a certain degree, but you know, it's definitely not that though. You know, it's not that. Um, but it's okay though. Like it's not bad. You know, it's a I don't know what happened there. That's crazy. I don't know what happened there, but it's decent. You know what I'm saying? It's decent, but there hasn't been any cold wrestling games that come out in a long time anyway. So I mean, and that's on both, you know, WWE as well. You know, they haven't really made anything that knocked it out the park like that in years. So I mean, I'm not really, you know, it is what it is. Come on, end this thing, man, because I wonder if this must be a creative person, dog. Like I don't, I'm not. This got to be. I wonder if you're playing against a bunch of creative people. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who this is. And she had Orange Cassidy's little. I remember Orange Cassidy's what's her name. So. Let me do it one more. Can I take her out with the pin? Okay, okay. That was a little more closer than I was comfortable with, but you know. I mean, like I said, the game is a little choppy. I played it on the PS5. I don't own it on the PS5, but I did play it on the PS5. And yes, of course, it plays smoother on that. I have this on the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck. It definitely plays smoother on the Steam Deck, but it's doable. It's doable. Like it's not terrible. No, I don't think that's critical. I don't know who that lady is, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, like I said, I don't watch AEW like that. I know of the people that was in WWE from this though, and then Sting and them like that, Chris Jericho. You know those guys. CM Punk, I know those guys. I know the Acclaim. You know what I'm saying? I watched a couple clips of them. You know what I'm saying? I've not sat down to watch AEW like to be honest. So, and the stuff I did see from it, you know what I mean? I remember the Dusty Rhodes and Cody Rhodes match. I did see that match in full. I thought that was cold. That match was cold, but I haven't said that because you know the thing is I'm a WCW guy to this day. I love WCW. I love WCW. So it's hard for me to watch any type of wrestling and not compare it to WCW. That'd be a very tough task to to do that. So I mean, and then I'm gonna compare it. You know what I mean? So, and from what I've seen and understand, the AEW don't give me WCW vibes. Even when I looked at the clips I've seen, it just don't give me WCW vibes. You know what I mean? That's something I don't think anyone can relive, man. To be honest with you. So, but the gameplay to me, like, I mean, the gameplay is probably like it's in the sevens. It's in the sevens, give or take. 7.5. Give or take. That's what it is. You know what I mean? In my opinion. It's not nothing amazing and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? The graphics, I'm gonna say it's 6.5. I mean, the graphics, a little cartoony. You know what I'm saying? But it's not something that'll stop me from playing it. I obviously went through the whole story mode and things like that, so it's not like, you know what I mean. I don't hate it. I don't hate how it looks, but I mean it can look better. You know what I'm saying? It definitely can look better, especially if you play the newer WWE games. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just they went for a certain type of look to it. I'm not gonna say it's WWE Battlegrounds, but I mean it don't look. But I don't think they went for super realistic anyway. The modes, I mean, the modes it's a nice amount of modes for a wrestling game. It's not now at this point. I mean, if you pick this up, you got a nice amount of modes for you to stay busy with this. You got mini games, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. You got the story mode, even though the story mode is okay, you still got one there. You got tournament mode. You got this beat the elite thing. So I mean, it's full-fledged now to this point. It's full-fledged to this point. Was it before? No, this cat ran out the ring, dog. Can I get him now? I put the move. Probably can't though. I put the move on him. Okay, I got him. But it's, you know, this I won't say don't. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, it's not. Is it a must-have if you're a wrestling fan? No, it's not a must-have. But especially if you're not familiar with the roster. I mean, because I got Virtual Pro Wrestling, I have no clue who the Japan Cats is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I got it just because I like playing wrestling games. I got Fire Pro Wrestling. Was it Fire Pro? I forgot what it's called. You know what I'm saying? It's the one that's on PS5, but I have it on the Steam Deck too. I play that game hard in the mug. Okay, that game is very difficult. That Fire Pro Wrestling, that time based with the grappling, very hard. But that game, they look at that as one of the greatest wrestling games ever, especially due to customization. I'm not gonna say I disagree. I can't say I enjoy it either. But that's because I don't get the system that well. So I will not say anything about that game, like, because I can't really get a hold of that. I can't get a grasp of that game still. So I reserve judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 2D wrestling game, but it, you know, Fire Pro Wrestling is looked at as like, you know, king of the, you know, cream of the crop when it comes to the wrestling games. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to say if most of the people feel that way? I just reserve judgment on it. You know what I'm saying? So. Maybe that first person was real. I don't know who that chick is. I'm gonna have to look that up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I said we're gonna probably do this like how I did with WCW and WWE Revenge. I'm not gonna play through all 10 matches. I'm not gonna do that. But I just want to just show y'all what this looked like and how it plays on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? And give y'all my opinion on this game on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's alright. It's alright. It's not bad, man. Like if I was to review this. I'm assuming this is final state. It got to be his final state because they gave you all seasons pass, so they can't be adding no more. I mean, who's to say? I mean, like, I don't know, because Mortal Kombat just came out with a whole nother expansion, and I'm like kind of irritated by that because I thought when I bought the pass I bought, the combat pass, that was it. But now they got a whole nother pass, man. So I'm like, come on, man. So who knows, man? But I don't know if they're gonna add anything after this, but you know, if this game, I say this, I think people would have been more cool with this game if they had all these modes and had all these wrestlers who shouldn't have been behind the paywall already available. You know what I'm saying? They should have probably been in the game, I would assume. So now I ain't gonna say I will assume it should have been in the game, for real. So with that being like that, and then now at this point, you know, people probably done hopped off this game by now. You know, it's kind of too little too late for them, right? You know what I'm saying? Too little too late in my opinion. And that's from what I've been seeing the people say. It's like, well, you know, but it's not a bad pickup, especially on the Switch. This is the best wrestling game you get on the Switch, I tell you that. Oh yeah, this is the best wrestling game you get on the Switch. I have Wrestling Empire. I know people like that game. I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? But people like it. I play it for y'all. I will play it for y'all. I'll play it for y'all, but That game is not cold. You know what I'm saying? WWE 2K Battleground, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. This is better than that, 100%. So if you want an actual wrestling game on the Switch, I mean, unless they bring over WCW and W Revenge and I ain't even do that, and the WrestleManias and the No Mercies, which I doubt they'd do that because, you know, licensing agreements and all that type of stuff and things. I highly doubt they even gonna bring that to the 64 side of things. You know what I'm saying? This is the best you're gonna get on the Switch. So if you have a Switch and that's what you mainly play on, and then you want a wrestling game, this is the way to go. This is the way to go. There's no other wrestling game that's this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, I'm gonna tell you that right now. And then with that SIG. Let me talk to him. Get up. Let me talk to him. Oh man, what the? Come on, man. That type of stuff be pissing me off. I was about to say, if he don't kick out, man. If he don't kick out of that. But yeah, this is the best you getting. This is the Switch have, like, look, the Switch, I'm gonna tell you something about the Switch. The Switch, if you can sift through all the bad games on eShop, man, they have a very great library. The Switch have an amazing library, dog. Like, it does. I mean, they have a lot of dumpster fire games on there through the eShop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you can make it past that and actually just, you know, they have a great library of games, man, and it's portable. So, I mean, you know, it's one of the top. This is Nintendo's best. From what I understand, this is their best console. Like, you know, their highest selling console ever, even past Super Nintendo and everything. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Is it long in the tooth? Yeah, but I mean, you know, the Nintendo Switch. If it wasn't for the Switch, would we have a Steam Deck? Let's be honest. Would we have a ROG Ally? Let's be honest. They had handheld, you know, PCs beforehand, but they definitely wasn't popular like now. They definitely wasn't popular like now. We know that. So if it wasn't for this console right here, Nintendo changed the game, and Nintendo deserves its props for changing the game. They deserve their props, and they did it the right way. Did the Joy-Con suck? Absolutely, but there's so many different alterations of controllers you can use. You don't even have to touch those Joy-Cons at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Switch have a great library of games. Great library of games. The eShop suck? Absolutely. That eShop, man, that eShop is terrible. But it has its flaws. Is the graphics as good as PS5 and all that? No, it's not. But it's good enough. It's good enough. The Switch graphics is good enough. You know what I'm saying? You got top-notch games on here, Metal Gear, Witcher. You know what I'm saying? You got your first party, the Marios. You got your Zeldas, your Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. You got all that stuff, man. Like, so this game. I mean, this console. It's the reason why it's sold like the most. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason. It's the reason why, even though you don't see many third-party game or top or AAA games coming out for the system as much now, they was putting it on there beforehand, and it's the reason. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the system is dope. And this game, like I said, the game is not bad. If I was to rate this game right now in its totality, it's probably a 7. It's a solid 7. I can't go no lower than 7. I could probably go 7.5. Go 7.5. Because it can be better. You know what I'm saying? But it's a full wrestling game. They're not skimping you on modes right now. I mean, they story mode is not. It's okay. It's not the worst story mode in the world. But I would prefer, to be honest, a free-flowing thing like Universe. Even if, like, I'd rather it be not the story at all. You just keep playing on shows, and you keep wrestling on shows, getting your rank up and all that stuff, and just having a career like that. I don't necessarily need a story. That's just for me though, and just keep playing year by year by year by, you know what I mean? And it never ends. I'd rather it be that. I'd rather be that, you know what I'm saying? Then you unlock wrestlers with milestones or have a certain mode where you unlock wrestlers. Okay, if you want to unlock this guy, you gotta do like one of these gauntlet style things and unlock this person and all that stuff. I know it sounds old school. It is old school. It is, but I'd rather it being like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the story mode is okay, but they put one in there. I say this game is a good effort. This is a good effort. I'm gonna be honest. It's a good effort. I'm not about to. It's a good effort. It's a solid 7. It's a strong 7. Strong 7. Strong 7. Is it No Mercy? No, but the button scheme is No Mercy, right? It is No Mercy, the button scheme. Will it remind you of No Mercy? Yes, it would. But it also be like, okay, this is definitely not No Mercy, but it puts you in the mind of it. You know what I mean? So, you know. I mean, solid 7. Solid 7. It's a strong 7. So 7.5, you know what I mean? Or something like that, you know. If somebody was like, this is an 8, I wouldn't argue with him. I wouldn't give it an 8, but I wouldn't argue with him. I'd be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I hear you, no doubt, you know what I'm saying? So, You know, it's crazy that whole time I was beating folks with my signature. That whole time I was beating with my signature and not my finisher. That's crazy. Yeah, this game, like I said, this game, man, it's solid, man. It's solid. Don't let nobody, if you got this for the Switch and if this is your favorite wrestling game, I wouldn't be mad at you because the stuff that WWE put out, I mean, yeah, is it better than this? Nah, but I mean, it's not that far. It's not that much. I mean, the WWE 2K series is all right. It looks good, though. Oh, it looked great. WWE 2K looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? Especially 24 and 23. But even when you play it, it's just like, it feel like stuff missing. You know what I mean? You got community wrestlers. Forgot they did have community. I gotta go and check that out. I never checked that out. But see, so it's not you're not skimped out on moles, but the problem is they added it later. It should have been already there. That's where they messed up at. Hopefully they come out with another game. I hope they do. I'll buy it day one. I bought this day one. So I mean, I'll buy it day one because I'm a wrestling fan. I want to play it. You know what I'm saying? And due to the fact you have creative wrestler is not that good though. To be honest with you, you can't really do. It's kind of light. You know what I'm saying? But you could do a little something with it. You know what I'm saying? You could do a little something, but it's not like WWE 2K, and then WWE 2K's creative wrestler is a lot better than this, a whole lot better. So I mean, it's not even the same level. But I mean, you can do a little something. But you know, you're not gonna get the in depth that WWE 2K got. You definitely not getting that with this. It's not happening. But it's doable. You know what I mean? Like it's doable. Like I said, this game is a strong 7. This is gonna be the last match I play for y'all. It's gonna be the last match I play for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all get it, you know, y'all see what it is. But look, even with the graphics being what it is, I mean, it's a lot of detail on that guy right there. The tats and all that. I mean, it still look good. Like I said, to me, it looks good. I'm not a big look, I'm not so hung up on graphics. I've never been, you know what I mean? So I could play a game that looks all right, but with some dope gameplay, I'm cool with that. I am okay with that perfectly. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, I'd rather have a game that have okay graphics with a whole lot in it, you know what I'm saying, than a game with beautiful graphics but just bare bones. Like College Football 25. You know what I'm saying? College Football 25 look great, but man, it's slipping. You know what I'm saying? But I know the reason behind that, though. You know what I mean? Due to the NIL thing. So, you got to give them some grace with that. But, maybe I need to start watching AEW. I don't know. You know what's crazy? I watched WCW so much. You know, I started watching WCW before I watched WWF or WWE when it was WWF, you know? And it took me a long time to even watch that, you know what I'm saying? And I watched it because my friend was like, yo, I started watching WWF and WWE in the Attitude Era. I didn't watch it during like, you know, the Hogan era and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I watched it literally in the Attitude Era. When it was the Monday Night War era, you know what I mean? That's when I was watching it. I always watched WCW. And the reason why I started watching WCW, like I told y'all, is because of Booker T. I seen Booker T and Stevie Ray on Saturday night. It was on WCW Saturday night. They was tag teaming. I can't remember against who. I'm like, oh, these black dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I started following it ever since. If it wasn't for Booker T, I would never follow wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm being dead honest. You know what I mean? But I love wrestling. I used to want to be a wrestler and everything. I was gonna go to I wanted to go to the WCW training center and everything. But you know, my mom was like, no, you know, we ain't doing that. I was too young to do it. You know what I mean? So she had to sign off. She's like, no, but that's something I want to do. I want to be a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So because of Booker T. So. And also, I got to give them some credit for having an actual streamer mode. Maybe some games should take notes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a streamer mode so folks ain't got to be messing with them volumes. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's nice to have that option just to click that one button and then everything will be operating like it should. You know what I'm saying? As far as streamer mode, so you ain't got to worry about videos and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I would definitely, I think that's definitely dope. You know, that they have that mode. So. The kudos to them for that. It's small but big. It's small but big at the same time. You know what I mean? Little things like that. You know what I mean? It's fire. So salute to them for putting that in there. They definitely get props. It's just you know. I know people can be impatient. I get it. People can have high expectations and then just be like, no, forget this game. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I like the game. I see it for what it is. So. It's not trash. I would never say it's trash. You know, it's not the most disappointing wrestling game ever. Like I've seen some comments say, "What in the? Oh man, this dude hit me with the. That was dope though." But this is not the most disappointing wrestling game ever. When people, I don't agree with that. Now, I mean, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But this is definitely not the most disappointing wrestling game ever. We need to talk about that WrestleMania for the Xbox. Horrible. Okay, horrible. All right, that game is terrible. You know what I'm saying? WCW Backstage Assault, you know what I mean? Like, come on now, like, this is nothing like those games. So, this is definitely far from the most disappointing wrestling game ever. You know, is it underwhelming? I would say that. Did it knock the wind out of your chest when you booted it up and it was kind of light then on the modes? Like, oh man, yeah, maybe so. But the most disappointing, that's a little harsh to put that title on this game, especially now that is fully featured. You know what I'm saying? It's not the most disappointing wrestling game ever. It's definitely not, man. There's a whole bunch of bad wrestling games out here. There's a whole lot, man. There's a list of them. Look them up. I'm quite sure there's a compilation of terrible wrestling game lists on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And this can't be. I'll be surprised if this is in that. I mean, you might have some funny cats putting it in there. I'll be surprised if this is in some top 10 list of the worst wrestling games of all time. Trust me, this is definitely not that. It's definitely not that. I don't care what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not that. But I mean, you know, opinions. You know, but I'm just saying, like, just on some real stuff, like, it can't be. There's some bad wrestling games. I played some bad wrestling. Man, listen. You know, man, look, I know a lot of people like WWF Attitude, but you mean to tell me Attitude better than this? I doubt that. You know what I mean? I highly doubt that. Attitude is not, look, man, Attitude is not, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, that game plays terribly. Those are some of the worst wrestling engines ever. The Attitude engine, oh man, WWF Attitude and Warzone. As a kid, I thought it was dope, but playing it now, it's like, oh my goodness, this is bad. Oh, and listen, you know we gonna play that. We gonna play those. Believe that. Those games. WWF has some bad games though. Like I said, they had some bad games under their belt, man. For real. All right, there it is. So, look, this game is definitely solid. A strong 7. It's a strong 7. Strong 7. Yes, things could be better, but it's their first attempt. So we're having all this in the game now. Obviously, a sequel, you have to put all of that in here. You have to have more wrestlers. You have to have more of an in-depth creative wrestler. I recommend making a WWE Universe style mode outside of the story, because the WWE had their story mode too, with your creative player. Then you had your story mode that you wrestle, or, you know, the milestones with certain wrestlers. So I would recommend having an open world, kind of, not open world, but it's a free flowing career mode without the story, and just wrestle on shows, AEW Dynamites and stuff like that. I recommend that. So there's things they can do. You can keep the mini games now. It's not hurting nothing. So yeah, I wouldn't quit if I'm them. I mean, I don't know how much money they lost or what they made, but I wouldn't quit. I think the game is solid. I don't see anything. It's not bad, and it's not to the point where like, oh, this game can never make it again. No, this game is solid. It's solid, strong 7, and I recommend it if you're a wrestling fan, man. Is it a must-have? No, but I still recommend it, man. So make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you.